I really knew this story was going to have an unhappy ending. So it sails over the lifeguard's head.
Hello, everybody.
The only other lady on the pool deck was just
I'm watching Susie.
And she was on her cell phone. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah. And the ball, like everything, as soon as it flies over the lifeguard's head, everything kicks into slow motion. Okay, I know some of you know what I'm talking about. When things happen so fast,
Yeah,
hey. So she's on the phone talking.
As I was just hanging out,
the server is like,
as I'm watching Susie.
And I'm like, the lady on the phone is sitting there unsuspectedly, and the ball is like it has a homing device in her head, and it goes...
Whatever, I'm just chilling.
I mean, she made it look like, you know, in the World War II movies when somebody gets shot and like it's the lead actor and they fly back in slow motion. Like, that's exactly what it was like. And she looked up. Her eyes were like this big and like her lids were peeled back in her head. Talk about wishing you were like a ninja.
I'm just watching Susie and that's all. Nothing interesting. This is literally my Friday night. I have my Pikachu plushie over there. Messy bed. 3DS.
It wasn't plastic.
Whatever.
It wasn't hard, but it wasn't soft. It was obvious she wasn't her, which was good, but still, she was a little bit in shock that she got hit in the head while she was on the
3DS.
By
iPad,
a stray football.
watching
I couldn't
Susie.
have apologized more, you know. None of us are perfect. None of us have perfect aim.
But yeah.
Especially after they leave the gym, after working on the guns. And
I just want to...
It all happened because of peer pressure. Had I just not given into peer pressure, it would have been okay.
This is just
so I ran over.
So if you want to watch Susie with me,
some free ice cream. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And she's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's okay. You're all right. No, don't worry about it. Everybody makes mistakes. So I was still feeling guilty. Like the entire time she was out there, I just felt so bad. I stopped playing football. So about an hour later, she packs up all of her stuff. And she's walking inside. And as she walks by me, I'm like, okay, bye, ma'am. I'm really sorry. She's like, no, I'll just go up to my room and check to see if I have a confession. And like when she said that, it looked like she got the idea. Like, To make a long story even longer, turns out this lady sued the hotel.
Really?
We're in a sue-happy society, and nobody's perfect, so I wouldn't be so quick to sue people, alright? Because you make mistakes too. Every time you make a mistake, do you want somebody suing you? No. If you're ever employed somewhere and you get a guest, give them more than free ice cream.
Alright then, life lesson. That was amazing. I see there's 3 people in here, yeah. Talk. I really love to interact with people. Whenever they're doing stuff. I don't know. If you want to do something, go ahead and interact. Now, hold up. Friday night, it's typical. So don't ask why I'm doing this every night. Like every Friday night. Because I have nothing to do. Self-advertising, follow me on my Twitter. At BirdRetreat123. Nothing. Not really. You don't have to follow me. I'm useless. Anyway, we're gonna watch some more Swoozy with you guys. Cause just hanging out. Mystery girl. Let's check mystery girl.
Yo. So before I was a pro gamer, I used to work at the Hard Rock Hotel. I haven't sat down here face to face and told you guys a story in a while, so I figured this week would be a good time to do that. See, Hard Rock Hotel used to hire a bunch of good-looking people. For example, I got hired. at the Hard Rock Hotel.
I'm just you.
But seriously, even the guys in the daycare center was like GQ model status, okay?
Done. Right.
I get out of work one day. My shift is over. I clock out. I'm like, you know what? Let me go holler at my boy that works in here in the restaurant. I walk into the restaurant, round the corner, and there's this new hostess standing there. That girl has been running through my head for the last 2 or 3 years. I saw the physical manifestation of the girl that had been jumping in and out of my head. I walk up to her and I'm just like, is Gary working today? And she's like, I'll go check. And she turns around and walks off and I'm just like, you've gotta be joking me. Comes back with Gary. I'm like, hey Gary, you getting out of here anytime soon? He's like, dude, I'm done. Let's go. And as soon as we're in the clear, I'm like, dude, you have to tell me who that girl is, if she has a man. I need the full rundown right now. He's like, I'm gonna be bleeping out her name. And he's like, dude, no, trust me, you don't want anything to do with that girl. I'm like, why, she got some psychotic boyfriend or something? He's like, yeah, she does have a psychotic ex. She's single right now, but trust me, dude, she's not the kind of girl you want to get involved with. She's cool to have as a friend, but she's the kind of girl that doesn't return your phone calls, doesn't return text messages, doesn't even comment you back on MySpace. I mean, that's the kind of girl that we're talking about here. I'm just like, listen.
And I can't believe MySpace is still...
I don't care. Did you not see did you not see her face? You see how, you didn't see that. Do we need to go back? Because maybe you didn't get a good look at this girl's face. This girl is gorgeous from head to toe.
By the way, guys, you can interact.
You didn't see that?
Don't stop
So Gary's
me.
like, okay, you know what? I know you don't like girls that smoke. She smokes. And I'm just like... So the next day I go into work, and I'm in the office with my boy John. And I'm like, John, there's this girl who's a hostess over in the kitchen.
People leaving.
Bro, this girl
No.
is visually stunning.
I thought Swoozy
And
will
he's like,
attract
oh,
people.
The 12. Yeah, I know what you're
How?
talking about.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, the 12? He's like, dude, the day she got hired, she came out to the pool, and like all of us were out there. And
But I'm new to
unanimous.
Periscope.
On a scale of 1 to 10, everybody said, this girl's a 12. And I'm like, the 12? I like that. That's going to be our code name for her, the 12. So then my other coworker friend, Jackie, she walks in, and she's like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, Jackie, there's this hostess girl that works in the kitchen. And she's like, who, Thong Girl? And I'm like, Thong Girl? Everybody has a code name for this girl. Why are you calling her Thong Girl? She sits out in the smoke area, leaning over the table, smoking, and her thong is sticking all out for everybody to... She knows she's doing that. She sits out by the smoke area? With her thong hanging out? And she's like, yes, it's so disgusting. Oh my gosh. I'm like, that's not cool. That she smokes? I'm joking. Now, Gary was right. Gary knew me pretty well. He knows that the instant I see a girl smoking, it's like a switch that goes off in my head. I can't explain it. It's just pretty girl, smoking, attraction, gone.
Done.
But a few days later, I'm walking into work, and the smoke area is right outside the entrance for the employees. And she's there, and she's smoking. And as I get closer to the building, I see her smoking, but the attraction level doesn't do the whole downward spiral out of control. None of that happens. And she's there smoking, leaning over the table. So as I enter the building, I kind of look up, and it's kind of like this. Me and another lifeguard were talking one time, and he was just like, dude, I hate coming into work and seeing people because the rest of my day is ruined. And I'm like, you too? That happens to me. So fast forward to that little window where Florida was getting hit with hurricane after hurricane after hurricane. Some of you guys remember that time? Our hotel let us stay in the rooms for free. Me and all the employees just were hanging out. But you know, you get cooped up in that room for long enough, get a little bored. So everybody hops on their phone, they're just like, meet out by the smoke area. So I walk out, and Gary's standing there. And so is the 12, aka Thong Girl, whichever you want to call her. She was standing there too. And Gary's just smiling, because he knows the internal battle I have going on. I haven't really spoken too much to her. You know, I talked to her in passing, but we never really had a sit-down talk. So now all of us are sitting out by this table.
I decided to do that.
Gary, Marie, a few other girls.
Don't worry. We'll get back to it
And
tomorrow. Goodbye.
Out of nowhere, Marie busts out.